My journey starts in Bangkok. I've planned my trip 9 months in advance. My flight was in the beginning of the evening. I wasn't able to sleep much, but I didn't mind. At customs, I was quite nervous. I apparently had to print my visa, which I didn't know, but they let me through luckily. Walking outside the airport, the feeling hit me. I'm in Thailand. I booked a condo for 3 months on Airbnb. I had to pick up the room key and then walk to the apartment. Unfortunately, I noticed ants in the bed and floor in the bedroom after arrival. But after talking to the renter, it was okay again and I started to like my small apartment. There was a 7-Eleven near, and so was a restaurant, as well as a laundry room, so I had all necessities close by. I took the BTS train almost every day. It was very convenient even though it could be really crammed. The place I went to most of the time was a souk. It has an indoor shopping mall, which is great against the heat, and I liked the general atmosphere there the most. A souk is also where GMM-TV is located, the biggest TV and media station which produces a lot of big TV series and famous actors. All over Bangkok, there are different and bigger or smaller shopping malls, but the main and center mall is Siam, which has multiple indoor shopping malls next to each other. And there are a lot more people compared to a souk. The shopping malls look really luxurious, which I quite like. At Siam Square, there were street performers on the street and a K-pop random play dance. Bangkok became my safe space. I knew where to go and I didn't actually go much to different places. Then I decided I should go see more of Thailand. So I booked my trip to 3 different places and took the train to my first stop. A monk sat on the seats next to mine, and I helped him with rearranging his chair so he could lie down. We couldn't really talk to each other, but as a thanks, he bought me some fruits, which were delicious. I had such an amazing time. The room was cozy with breakfast and cooled, close to the sea and next to cafes. Walking around was great, and I found a TV series filming location. I met some really nice Thai people who were working in a cafe, and one of them reminded me of my mom. She was very lively, liked to dance and funny. I noticed I missed her at that moment. So I stayed with them and drank with them. It was so much fun. I only stayed in the first stop for a few days, and mostly because I wanted to have a tour of the filming locations. I loved walking around the locations so much, walking on the sand. I had a great time. I had also met a Dutch family, with twin sisters, on the train to my first stop, which was very fun. I met them again on the bus to my next stop. I liked looking out at the scenery outside, while being a bit nervous about soon being on a boat to my next destination. From the Dutch family, I was given some pills to help against my seasickness. After arriving on the island, it started to rain. The taxi was also a bit more expensive than expected. I enjoyed walking around my hotel in the heat, eating Thai food, drinking cold drinks, watching the sunset and swimming in the sea. My last day I spent at the harbor, walking around and eating. I bought pills to help me calm down my nerves and help with seasickness. And then I went by boat to my last location. I stayed in a hostel, not far from the city center, and I enjoyed walking around with the new people I met in the hostel. There was a place we could see the sunset, so we walked up a small mountain and we saw the sunset and far away the big Buddha, which my camera couldn't capture, but our eyes saw it shining in the last twilight.
It's my life now or never. I gotta live forever. I just wanna live when I'm alive. It's my life, I can stay open-hearted. The finish of the day is my way. I just wanna live when I'm alive. It's my life.
20 days after arriving in Thailand, I went to South Korea with my best friend. It was our first trip together outside Europe. She arrived a day later than me because of the time difference. We flew the same day though. I arrived in the evening in Seoul, but my glasses broke after arriving at the hostel that I spent one night in. I was cleaning my glasses at the time, preparing to go to sleep. The next day, I walked to the metro station, walked inside a bakery and asked if they had some tape to temporarily mend my glasses so I could go to the airport and wait for my friend to arrive as well. Our first day was really crazy. My friend had a really bad flight, so she wasn't feeling too well when she arrived. And when we came to our hostel, she lost her phone inside the taxi. Luckily, her uncle knew someone living in Korea, so he and his friend could help us with finding the taxi who drove us there and bring back the phone to us. But before, we went back to the airport by bus, asked at the information if the taxi was still there, which he wasn't. He had already gone home. The next day, we went to report the phone missing at the nearest police station, which was still a 15 minutes walk. Funny thing was that one of the persons working there had studied in Amsterdam, so she could speak English the best and was willing to help us report it. It was really an experience. My bestie and I are both K-pop fans, so we went to a lot of places where they sold albums or merch. But our trip was also a sad trip, because one member of the K-pop group Astro had passed away a few months prior our planned trip. We went to his memorial with a few other fans. It laid heavily on our excitement and happiness throughout our trip. They say friendship is tested when going to a different country for vacation together, and our friendship didn't change at all. In fact, I think it only made it stronger. We both know what we can do together and who's who. The stressed chicken in the calm mind. We support each other and help each other. Being together and not alone was so much fun, even though we both also had other things on our mind. We also went to a musical of Jinjin of Astro, Dream High, and we won the signed Polaroid of all the cast members. We were ecstatic.
Annyeong. Bye bye.
We also met friends of my bestie as well, which was a lot of fun. We went to different places like Namsan Tower, which is Seoul Tower, and saw the sunset at a famous bridge with a water and light show. It was pretty. We went to an old town, where people dressed up in the famous hanbok clothing. We also ate Korean barbecue, and on the last night, we drank soju, Korean alcohol. I liked Seoul, and next time when I go to Korea, I would like to see more places than just Seoul. Hopefully I will be able to enjoy myself better and not missing Thailand so much as I did now. Because of my poor timing of going to Korea after arriving in Thailand for 20 days, my visa expired 30 days after coming back. So I went to Singapore for 2 nights and stayed at a hostel. I saw the famous Mir Lion, the symbol of Singapore. The weather wasn't great, but I would definitely come back for a longer period. In the first 2 weeks after arriving in Thailand, I met my favorite Thai director. He's the reason I wanted to go to Thailand in the first place. I wasn't able to have my internship in Thailand, which I tried the moment I decided I wanted to have my internship with Kpop. So, after my 3rd year started, I decided I would just go to Thailand. I was so happy to meet my favorite director. I cried for like 5 minutes after taking a photo with him and waving him goodbye. Thailand has a lot of Thai actors and directors that you can take pictures with when they allow it. I saw so many. I met lots of people at events where the actors came too. Some of them are still my great friends and some I barely speak with. I really enjoyed meeting the actors and taking pictures with them. Sometimes I was really nervous when asking for a picture.
Fort สวัสดีค่ะ
I met so many different types of people from all over the world. I became really good friends with a Thai boy, working in a restaurant underneath GMMTV. We had so much fun. He helped me with Thai, and I helped him with English, and we used Translate if we couldn't understand each other. I met good friends from France, Israel, and Sweden. Some of the people I met came from Canada, Japan, China, Indonesia, or Philippines. All over the world. It was really amazing. It's also hard not being able to meet some of them. We had so much fun, and then suddenly, we are all living in our home countries again and not hanging out. I can't wait to meet my dear friends again. I definitely learned a lot. I was more independent. I am very open and can make friends easily. I can ask where to go, The Thai people are also friendly and helpful. I feel like I can take care of myself and do the choirs. Especially when I live on my own. I feel like I can be myself in Thailand and grow.
1 2 3เดียวสวยค่ะ Yes. Yes. Enjoy your dinner as well. Yeah.
My friend very like you. Eden? Yeah, very like you. Yes, he's very bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to all the new friends I made. I had an amazing time with everyone.